Amen to this.
Young people who ditch the Democratic Party, leaving behind the liberal ideology they embrace as teens. You got Becky and Grace. They were joining us this morning. I've been so fascinated with you guys' story. I've been reading through it all morning. Becky, why the change, and are you fearful of the pushback?
Well, I grew up in Queens and in New York, and which is admittedly a very politically diverse borough, more than people might think. And
Didn't know that.
I grew up in this social media culture that was very dominated by left-wing propaganda, for lack of a better word, that was pushed to me through the algorithms, and I accepted it. I accepted it wholeheartedly. I loved it. I was very into it until I started to come out of it and realize that a lot of what I believed was very emotional and not really based in logic or fact. So once I started to have that realization, it really all came to a head around 2020 when I started to see how democratic policies were playing out in my city. Cashless bail, for one, you know, the riots after the killing of George Floyd, you know, Madison Avenue being completely decimated by, you know, these roving bands of rioters.
You just had a natural change based on your circumstance. Grace, you grew up a little bit differently. You come from a family that are liberal. You did phone banking. Why the change for you?
For me, it really came down to just looking at the nuance and doing my own research. I feel like I surrounded myself with a lot of Democrats and was kind of in that culture, so it was normal for me. But I think once I started to do my research and understand the nuance, because I kind of saw things as very one-sided, but once I kind of got out of that like cycle and stopped only surrounding myself with one kind of people, I think I started kind of leaving the hole that I was in and came more towards the right.
It's amazing. So I got one last question. I'll give you both 30 seconds, and I'll start with you, Becky. Who are you going to vote for, and why are you voting for him?
I will be voting for Donald Trump in November because we can't have 4 more years of what's been going on. I mean, it's completely destroyed the country. It's destroying our futures. And I'm very blessed to be surrounded by a great community in the New York Young Republican Club, in my work in the city council with Councilwoman Ina Vernikoff. I'm very lucky to have a good community around me that will help support that.
Amazing. Grace, how about you?
For me, I just know that I won't be voting for Joe Biden because I know we can't have another 4 years of open borders and things of that nature.
What I love about you two, Becky and Grace, is it's clear. It's not about candidates for y'all. It's about the issues. You have an authentic change in politics, and you know why. So I thank y'all so much for getting up this morning for us.
Absolutely.
You got it.
Man, this is a blessing. So one of the reasons I enjoy sharing clips like this one is because these stories are very similar to mine. I used to think that Republicans were racist. Barack Obama, for example, used to be on my list of the coolest people alive. A black president with swag who can play basketball. Come on, man. Come on, man. I remember Barack Obama winning the presidency. I was in high school at the time, and it was just an amazing feeling, like a everything is possible type feeling. And then a couple years later, Donald Trump became president, and long story short, the media just started acting weird, like weird. So just like these two, I started doing my own research, and here I am. Done with the Democrat Party, for sure, and Trump 2024. You let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Good for them. God bless you and your family. Catch you on the next one.